well. We threw the ball really well. Bullpen was outstanding. Just couldn't come up with with an at bat with runners on base. We needed a high leverage at bat with runners on base and just couldn't come up with one. And, they pitched really well defensively. Both teams played pretty well. We turned a couple double plays, which was good to see. But all in all, we just didn't do a good enough job of competing in the box. That's the bottom line. And, they were a little bit better.
Hey, Coach, it's Trevor Gross from CUTigers.com. I know Georgia was trying to save arms for this weekend, but how rare is it for a team to make change after change with, go 8 pitchers without even allowing a run?
They pretty much do it every week in the midweeks. If you look at their, kind of their philosophy and what they do, they've done that quite a good bit. I think it's smart. Quite honestly, I think it's pretty tough offensively just because you're trying to game plan a little bit for a different arm every inning versus, your guys have seen that guy already, as a starter 2 times through the order or so. It makes it a little bit tougher to game plan against, that type of philosophy. But they do a good job of pitching. They pitched really well all year long. And that's what they've done in the middle of the week is pitch a lot of guys like that.
Monty, talk about the performance you got. Can
you speak up?
Yeah, Monty, talk about the performance you got.
We can't hear you. Can you speak up, please?
Hey, Coach. Alex Dodd from the Clemson Insider. How difficult was it for you guys to find any kind of rhythm offensively with their approach on the mound tonight?
Well, they just pitched really well. You get them credit. They threw the ball really well. We had some pretty good at bats, but at the end of the day, we had our opportunity there in the 8th inning, and we were unable to come through. That was really kind of the leverage at bat, the high leverage at bat that we needed, and we were unable to get it. And you give their pitching staff credit. There's a reason they pitch Pasquale at the end of the game. He's thrown 15 innings with no walks and 20 strikeouts. He's pretty dang good. So he's in there for a reason, and we needed to be able to, to get him when he gave us a strike, and we were unable to do that. But again, they pitched very, very well, and I thought we threw the ball well. I think they got the leadoff man on 5 or 6 times, and we were able to get out of most of those situations. They made us pay early in the game. But overall, I thought, both teams pitched well. Difference was when they had opportunities early in the ball game, they capitalized, and we had an opportunity later in the game and we did not. And that was the difference in the game.
Coach, it's Trevor again. Davis Sharp started at first in your last game, had 3 hits in the game. Is he what's his status from an injury standpoint? And do you see him pitching again anytime soon?
We'll know more probably by tomorrow on Davis's status.
Do you have an update on any of those other guys on the pitching staff? Mac, who wasn't available this weekend, or Ty?
Yeah, Mac. So as far as for last weekend, Anglin, Sharp, and Clark were not available for us on the weekend. Last weekend, we feel like Anglin will be. He's going to throw a bullpen tomorrow, see how he feels, and then we can determine after we see that where he will be slated for the weekend. And then Clark is going to play catch tomorrow. We hope to get him maybe in the bullpen on Thursday and just see where he's at for the weekend as well.
Coach,
you go ahead.
Coach, this is Caleb Browder from the Tiger. Obviously, tough game, losing 2-0. How do you readjust your focus here looking towards the weekend at an NC State team who's on a 4-game win streak and has looked pretty good as of late?
Well, you just immediately move on. I'm obviously frustrated right now. We got shut out at home, so I'm not in the best of moods right now. But we've been swinging the bats pretty well. You go back to last week. Our offense has been getting better and better. So I feel like we're in a good place. I feel like we're in a better place. I shouldn't say a good place offensively. We're in a better place offensively. But you know, NC State, you're right. They swept North Carolina. You know, they've got really good players in their program. You know, they had been struggling, and it looks like they're starting to find some rhythm and some confidence, and they're at home. So, you know we've got a tough test ahead of us going this weekend. So tomorrow looks like we got a pretty wet day, so it'll probably be an indoor day, and we'll start game planning for NC State tomorrow in the office, and we'll start trying to prep for them and get ready starting tomorrow.
Coach, you go back to Athens in a couple of weeks. I was one of the lucky few who were there a couple of years ago for the 20-inning marathon. But just wanted to get your thoughts on this rivalry. You've got a lot of guys from the state of Georgia on your roster, obviously, and recruit that state really hard. Just how important is this series?
Well, we need to find a way to beat them. I mean, we do look at them as one of our rivals. We have a lot of respect for Georgia, their staff. We recruit a lot of the same guys. And we played a lot of close games with them here over the last couple of years, and it seems like they've been coming out on top. So, we need to find a way to play better against them.
Anything else?